Hello, it's a beautiful day, and welcome to another episode on Conversations with Jumie. And I'm Jumie. So, on today's episode, we are taking a pause from the COVID-19 discussions we've been having for about 3 weeks now, and I've been trying to navigate my topics regarding COVID-19 because this is a reality that we have to deal with. So, on today's episode, we're talking something fun. Well, it is serious in its own way. Yes, it's serious in its own way, and it's relating to family. Yes. Let me go on this break, and when I come back, I'll introduce you to my guest. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the show. So, my guest on today's episode is a colleague, a friend, maybe a soul sister, MJ, that's Mujeriola Mustafa. I allow that stick because I know our boss doesn't like us saying the short form MJ. You'll be like, what is MJ?
I know he does that. Hello, viewers. Hello.
Welcome
Nice
to the
be here.
show.
Thank you.
Thank you. And it's been like forever. I've always been telling you to come on the show. But I know you're
Finally,
quite
you
busy.
won.
Yes,
So,
yes.
But I'm happy I'm here finally.
Yes, and I'm happy you're here also. So, okay, let me finish the picture of the topic of discussion. I was having a conversation with somebody, and the person told me that her husband found out that his wife has been collecting money from her ex for the upkeep of the family, and he went mad. That why would you do a thing like that? And somebody also was saying that, what's the big deal? I mean, guys, man, you need to drop your ego. She was only trying to be helpful because she knows that the family is going through sort of financial struggle at that time. And different people were just saying, oh, men ego, oh, she should have looked for another way to get the money, why go to her ex and all. So I haven't painted this story to you. What's your take on the issue?
Well, I'm not talking from the perspective of a married, know-it-all girl.
Okay.
I'm not married. I'm very happy where I am, and I know that's going to happen in no time, and it's going to be such a beauty thing, a beautiful thing when it happens. So, no qualms. And I'm just going to say this like I'm the very girl in the shoes of this woman. And I always say this, if you make your life very open and simple to yourself, your life will be very easy. Now, if you have a friend who is a part of you, and that person can share out of your openness, that's one of the things the person will appreciate about you. Now, if you're married, the minute you decide that you're going to get married to someone, you cannot lay claim to being only you. Because I strongly believe that this is the emergence of one person, two people into one person. And to lie to yourself is to lie to your partner.
True.
To lie to your partner is to lie to yourself. So if your style has always been truthful openness to yourself, I don't see how you will carry that on into your marriage. Now, if you are married and you're going through a difficult financial time, you're not the only one experiencing it. You are in this situation with someone, your husband. And if you're used to practicing truth, you would have mentioned the difficulties you're experiencing to your husband, and he would have mentioned his own to you. And so I believe that if you're both having to deal with this situation, you would have talked about possible solutions. And there's nothing wrong in saying, honey, I know someone that can really help us out too. Because I want to think that in the time you were dating, you would have mentioned, talked about a few things about your past to each other. And if you had such a very good relationship with someone that you did not get married to, and the person probably is even married to another person, I am one person who says, if a relationship has been according to the right guidelines,
Yes.
it's okay to Yorubas will say, you had friends to friends. Somehow they say it that way. And there is nothing wrong in having friendship with past friends as long as you had appropriate relationships with
Let me
them.
define that the past friend. We're talking about someone you've had a romantic relationship with, not just any kind of friend. I think that's
Okay, the thing
the
is that
conflict there because
most of us don't have romantic decent relationships. We break or we, most relationship break the rules, and so it is difficult at that time to carry that relationship on into your marriage, because you probably even broke up most of the time because this person, it was a painful experience for one or two, so you are no longer friends. So if you're no longer friends, you can now not come and suggest that to your husband and expect him to accept. And if he will not accept, it's not appropriate. It's not okay for you to go behind your husband and take money from your ex and come and use it to care for your family. Anything that is built on lies, it's lies, and it's not going to work. Even if the guy is saying, "Oh, we are cuckoo benefiting from the situation right now. Get the money from wherever you're going to get the money." 2 years down the line, when everything is fine, he will use it against you because you have dented the trust. When he finds out,
But do you think it will be okay if the lady goes to ask the money from somebody else, not necessarily her ex, or do you think
I
it
mean,
will?
we borrow money from colleagues and
Yes,
friends.
yes,
But what
yes.
I'm saying is, when you're married, you're no longer one. Two has become your one now. Your mathematical calculation for one is no longer one. Like two of you make up the one. And in order to be truthful to your one, you have to tell your spouse, honey, I want to go and borrow money from my boss. He will borrow us. This is how we're going to pay back. You have a plan. And he knows where the money is coming from. That's a relationship that is solid, built on truth. And truth is very critical.
Okay, all right. I really appreciate your
So let me
sincerity.
paint it for you another way. Because I think that
Okay.
women are very comfortable when they say, but I took the money from my ex. He didn't have a job. My husband lost his job, and I had to do that they feel
Yeah.
like they are angelic, doing something very spectacular. Doing something very spectacular. But if the situation was
Reversed.
how comfortable would they have been with their spouse?
Well,
So your husband comes home and says, you know that my ex-girlfriend I didn't marry that I told you about, she just gave me 5 million naira. The guy say, honey, how did this 5 million naira deal happen? What did you do?
I
She would
think
ask you questions.
yes.
And let me say this, no woman will be comfortable. No longer. You will no longer be comfortable in your bed, knowing that your husband saw his ex, collected 5 million naira. And no woman, if you genuinely love your home, love your husband, I'm not sure you'll be comfortable with that, particularly a relationship you're not aware of or you don't know. You didn't discuss it with
I think
you.
if I know, I think I would be more understanding if I know about the relationship.
Because you've known about the relationship, because they continue
Like
to be
I would have put
friends,
my FBI skills to test. Like
and you would
I
have
want to know how it
ascertained,
started,
yes, you would have
what led to the
ascertained that there
breakup,
is no romantic.
whatsoever. But before I'm going to get married to anybody, I should know it to some extent. I should know your character. That even if you and your ex are in a room
That is me
together,
and you.
I trust you.
That
Nothing's
is-
going to happen.
No, but
Where is trust?
I agree with you, Jumie. Only few girls make such decisions, and I'm not talking down at anyone, because when emotions come into play, fine boy, fine girl
Anything
is buying me nice gifts, the parents love me, there is nothing hidden, no skeleton in your cupboard. You possibly can't talk about everything that you've done right or wrong in your relationship when you're dating. For instance, except you've had like 10 years. I mean, even 10 years is not everything you will tell your spouse, unless you're just a chatterbox.
We discussed this thing before. Telling your partner everything about your past or not.
You might forget
We've
one or
once-
two things.
We've once discussed.
You might forget one or two things, and you might not even want to say one or two things for certain reasons.
No, you don't want to be 100% open. I think 100% openness is
Okay.
will lay a very good foundation to the marriage.
I
Don't you think?
agree. However, it depends on the stage where the relationship is. You don't meet a guy the first day and start telling him
No,
about
no.
So I'm saying it's a time frame. There's a time frame 2 3 months, yes, she start talking about the personal things, issues and stuff you have to deal with. And so 6 months down the line, you could have built a very open relationship, truthfully, without hiding anything. But 2 weeks down the line, no, I don't think that is, because you really haven't even gotten to know each other well, and you're not sure how far you want to carry that relationship, going forward. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that we should always, before we say yes to something, we should try and switch roles.
Yes, I believe so too. And even though I agree with you, but I don't want us to be on the same page. I want to also enjoy myself with a crop of ladies who won't see anything wrong in that. Who won't see anything wrong in asking their ex for money, because I believe that for a lady to go as far as going to her ex for money, it's probably a situation of life and death.
It is
And there are
okay
some
to
stubborn
ask.
husbands
It is
that
okay
would
to
not even
ask
want to
your
hear that. But they'll be like, I'm gonna go and ask, let me get the money, let it solve the situation on ground, then I can now tell you, even though I've achieved what I just believe that the man deep down will be happy that, okay, she did something, but why does it have to be your ex? Like, that man ego would come up.
I don't believe that the man will be happy. He will be happy that the problem was solved
Was solved. Yeah.
temporarily. But um, just a few weeks or months down the line,
Start thinking different
something is
thoughts.
going to look like something. The person you borrowed money from, maybe you promise you will pay back in a week's time. You know,
No, if I'm going to get money from my ex, I'm definitely not going to pay you back. Like,
okay, if
it's
you're
going to
going
be
to
one
collect money
off.
from,
Yeah, so will I pay
okay,
you back?
good. Now that you have collected the money, the person can just call to say, "Hi, I'm just checking up on you to see
Yeah,
if the
it
baby
starts
is
like
fine."
that.
It can happen.
Yes, yes.
Because this person genuinely gave you this money because you had maybe a sick baby, and the person can call and say, then the husband will be like, "Why is he calling you?
Hey,
What will you say?"
like, it's what I have done.
He was just calling. You see, I think that we don't know. Woman wakes up in the morning and decides to break her home.
Yes.
But when we are not deliberate about our actions and we don't think through all of the things we want to do, we create gaps and holes. And don't forget that your husband is the sum of his past experiences, unless he was raised in the place of our Lord Jesus Christ. Then he probably has faith in you. He doesn't deal with doubt at all. There's no doubt from his hand. There are some guys like that, but I say, even the best of angels on this earth, as long as they are still breathing like us, they don't have to go to heaven. Don't create doubt. Don't create doubt. Do not create doubt. So those sort of situations, you have an array of people you can call to help you. Friends, parents, ex-bosses, people in your
I'm
your
just saying that
spouse
what if that person was the
was the
only
only
person
option.
who could help? You're in a tight corner. I'm not trying to just paint the
Okay, explain the devil's
intense.
advocate on me. I know, but first and foremost, honestly, I pray nobody ever has to face this situation where they have to choose between such a decision
Yes.
and maybe like caring for a child. I mean, for instance, if it's like there's no food to eat in the house, be drinking water.
So you rather drink water
You'll
than
be
to go?
fine.
What's the big
And
deal?
honestly, if I were in your shoes, I'll take up my prayer garments. An
So
angel will
no, you're
come.
resorting to prayer, but we are going to always resort to prayer in every decision we are going to take. So
And
prayer is just
somebody will
it's
now
going to
even
be
say
there.
that somebody is all going to say, God will not throw money down to you. He threw
So you see what
someone.
we're talking about?
But the help, which is the crucial thing I would like to pass across here. If you have to take money from your ex and you do not tell your husband, there's something you're hiding. Because if you want to go and borrow that money from your mommy, you will tell your husband now.
Well, you're right. I'm thinking it's coming from a place of is my ex, my husband will not be comfortable with it, but I just
If
have
you
to
already
do it.
know that your
Husband
husband
will
will
not
not
be
be
comfortable
comfortable
with
with
it. Yes,
is the more
but
reason you
he
should
shouldn't.
practice that openness on this subject. And say, look, honey, this situation is so difficult and we do not communicate. I don't know why. People are afraid of confronting each other and going out of their way to really open up themselves to the truth that they believe inside. Honey, honestly, I know you have tried your best. I have tried my best. Mommy can only give us 50,000. as it is, we need 800,000. In all of my thinking, I can't seem to come across anything. But I know that if I call this person, it can help. I know it can help. Please give me permission to ask for this help. It's the way we talk to each other. Because you owe your husband that duty of truth and trust. Is the one person you cannot afford to distrust you.
I completely agree with that.
It's how we communicate. If I have to, if he doesn't hear me, the next thing I'll call mommy. Mommy, please let me talk to my husband. Shay, you know this person. I really feel like he can help us. But my husband does not believe. And those kind of things are so easy when you have walked through that relationship with the right mindset.
Yes.
You didn't steal from their house. You didn't kill anybody. You didn't do anything bad. Because actually, I have one of my very good friends. She dated a guy and they actually had their introduction. And the guy said he was not interested anymore.
Why?
So they broke up.
Okay. Anything can make it happen. Anyway, anything can cause it.
They broke up.
Okay.
And it was just, they just found out that they had a certain belief system on a serious issue, and she wasn't agreeing to his terms, and he was like, we've done our introduction, what else is remaining? We are married. Okay, so if you're not agreeing, I'm not doing anymore. She was begging. The guy said, I'm not doing anymore. The next thing, she told her parents, and they asked her certain question. Just said, is that the reason you're not doing anymore? She's like, okay, it's okay, don't worry, you don't have to do anymore, thank you very much. But years down the line, they became very good friends. And her husband knows about it. The guy actually, every Christmas, the guy does a gifting business that he gives people he doesn't know. He just buy things and give poor people around his house, his office and stuff, running into millions, and she does this business for him. What has happened that a lot of us cannot revert to our past is because of certain wrong steps we took. That's what. And it's not so much about killing yourself and judging yourself by your past, because if you're a different person and you have learned from your past experience, let truth guide you.
Yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying. It's better for you to be open with your spouse.
I've never heard
discuss these things. Communication.
Discuss it.
Yes, communication. Understanding to trusting your spouse. That even if at all you resort to that, you trust your spouse enough that he or she won't let our guard down. Yes. All right. So I did a little bit of vox pop. I mean, I told people to send a minute video on what they thought about the discussion, and this is what they had to say. We'll be right back.
Any lady or wife that respects the husband should never try that, because you're sending a wrong impression, you're sending a wrong message to your ex about your man.
I think it depends on the kind of relationship I have with my ex. If it's someone that I will still talk and we're still friends, then I don't see any problem in asking him for financial assistance or any type of assistance. But if we're no longer in communication, or we don't really flow that well, we don't communicate that frequent, I'll probably have an issue asking for a financial favor. But I don't see anything wrong in it, as long as the two of you are still in communication.
My answer is no. No, no, no. I won't allow such. The reason isn't far fetched, because number one, the ex in question will begin to feel very important, and it will give him room for awkwardness. In short, you're going to give him or her the access card into coming back to your life, and that is what we do not want. We do not want issues in marriage.
I guess monetary assistance, but this is it. X is an X. It means it's the past tense. My wife and her ex can be friends. Okay, I don't see any big deal in that. But you having to ask your ex for such assistance. It's you giving room for extracurricular activities. To me, I mean, why should you even go and ask your ex for such help? It's it's a slap on your husband's face, because I mean, your husband has a brother, your husband has a sister, your husband has friends, you have family, you have friends. Friends are different from friends. Yes, definitely have lots of friends around us, but we have those friends that are quite closer to us. But you having to go and ask you, it's not going to go down with me. You can't. Why will you even do that without my consent? I mean, I'm the husband, right? And we are union, we are a team. Definitely, you can't. I don't know. I don't think it's wrong. It's totally wrong. It's not advisable.
So my ex, no, I can never ask my ex for financial assistance. I would rather ask somebody else. I can't ask my ex. Sorry.
Hello and welcome back from that break. That was a very interesting break, I must say. I mean, different opinion. I noticed that most guys were like, "Oh, they would never accept that." Some ladies were like, "I would never do that." Like, even like I would rather drink water than for me to ask my ex for financial favor. What sort of help? And you were saying something while watching that that
You
most
know,
of them they're just lying.
we have a very pretty image of what our future is going to be like. To be honest with you,
We are taught to believe in Africa, like believe in your future as and have a very optimistic view about your future. That
life throws things at you. Things you never even imagined, things you never even, that never crossed your mind. Because today you're fine, you've got a good job, everything is fine, so you think life is always going to be this sweet. Don't see, it's easy to just say you won't do that. You can do anything. People can do anything, to be honest. Like I said, I'm not going to say I won't do that. But what I am learning to do in my life is to be very deliberate about my relationships and make sure that even if I'm going to break up with someone, I don't leave them in a bad situation.
yeah,
I don't leave a bad taste of myself in their mouth.
their mouth,
you
yes.
know? Because if some things happen, you will go back and ask for help. God forbid, from your enemies.
Yes, so
So if
from
you
your
ask your
enemies,
friends, you will go and your enemy will not tell you, "I will feed you the food for pigs." You will eat and then say, "She used to collect the money." No, you see, rather than say I would never do that, it's more like the person who did it didn't do it because she wanted to do it.
yes, I believe
She
so.
didn't have many options. That was probably her last option. And I keep saying it, we need to be very deliberate about how we treat people, around us. We meet people in our lifetime. If you're 18 years old, you're going on a date with someone, you might not get married until you are 32. And you would have had a couple of relationships before you're that age. But make sure that you build very respectable, good relationships with people, so that when you see each other in future, you can have
Yes,
genuine conversations. You can build good friendship and friendship that can be added to your family as a whole. Nobody tells us this thing when we are 16 and we are starting out on dates. But those are the things that mothers need to start teaching,
yeah.
their boys.
You break
and their
up doesn't
girls.
mean that
Yes.
you turn enemies.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean you turn enemies,
No.
because you never can tell when that person is going to be of help to you
You
in the
can
future.
do it too. Don't say you cannot do it. You can do it. God forbid that you have a dying child on your lap,
Yeah.
and you have one or two people in your past that can help you out. You will call them. But I ask you, not that you want to go and collect money with the intention of I'll do whatever it takes to collect the money, even if it is, even if it means sleeping with the person. You have to have barriers,
Yeah.
even if it means stealing.
Yeah.
You know, you don't put yourself in those
I
kind
think
of
that's probably the
situations.
fear of most men, because they believe that, oh, if it's giving you something, and men, I feel men, they understand each other. I think that's the fear. Oh, I know men, I know this guy, we think alike.
No,
If you're
not all
gonna ask
boys, not
him,
all men don't behave that way. All men don't behave that way, to be honest.
there's always this. Okay, you would notice why a guy would not want his sister close to a particular guy, no matter how good that guy may seem, because he doesn't really trust the guy enough. Men don't trust women with
Men
guys.
don't trust fellow men
Fellow
that they
men.
know their history.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
when a guy knows that his friend is a respectable person, he doesn't mind him and his sister.
You think so?
Oh, I know another friend of mine.
He's still gonna do his own kind of
Another
background
friend
check.
of, yes,
Okay.
another friend of mine got married to a sister's husband's like best friend, and they have a beautiful relationship today. I don't know why we have all these rules in life. If the person doesn't come from church, I will not say yes. If the person is not working in Shell, I will not say yes. If the person is not, put all your rules down, because the best person for you might just not come in that.
But you
shape.
should have a standard. You should have
I agree.
something like that's going to direct your
I
your
agree.
course in life.
I
This is
agree.
what I want.
I agree.
I'm not going to settle for less.
I
That should
agree.
also happen too.
I agree. I agree.
But
But you see,
there's something bigger than that.
Yes.
Something greater than all of that.
Yes. Date people. You should be in a relationship because you want to get to know people first.
True.
Not necessarily because you must marry me.
It's a pressure.
The pressure, I know.
It's a pressure.
I know the
But are
pressure
you
is
actually
crazy.
being pressured to get married?
Not anymore.
Okay.
But I went through a time like that, and of course I had a very nasty experience myself. There were times-
From family members, or
yes,
Okay.
your parents constantly calling
hope I'm
you
not putting you on the spot actually.
and saying, no, but now like I think when I realized the power of just being you and making very deliberate effort to communicate with people. It's so key. If anybody's putting pressure on you, they're afraid for you, and they're afraid that maybe you too you're afraid. So if you're not afraid, it's a matter of invite them for lunch and say, Mom, Dad, I don't know why you're worried that I'm not married, but I haven't got any worry. They'll say, what is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
You are 32. You're going to be 34. You say, Dad, calm down. Which one do you want? That I'm married today and they bring my load next week. Or you need to paint pictures for them. You need to show them what you are convinced of that is making you comfortable. When you can do that, they will agree with
Yes.
you, and it becomes an easier journey for you.
Yeah. Yes.
Communication is so key,
Communication.
honestly.
I mean, if there's something that we all have learned from this conversation, is communication. Whatever decision you want, you have to make. You have to communicate with your spouse. You have to let people around you know that this is what I'm about to do. I mean, we trust this conversation very fast, and I like that.
Another thing is we make a lot of assumptions from the stereotypes, the things we're used to seeing on the screen, in the media. Every home video will tell you that girl went to collect money from her sugar daddy. That man that she was dating before, that's how she collected the money. She now got to the story that we're used to seeing in Hollywood. We assume that the whole of life is painted around that corner, but I don't think so. You can't watch a movie and come home and judge your husband by it. But that's what we do.
But movies are actually a reflection of what happens in society.
But not in its entirety. All these things that the people used to
All
see,
right.
you know.
Okay. I think we should just.
Boys
wrap
are
up.
not as bad as they seem. Girls are not as bad as they seem.
Yeah, bad boys actually.
But you're lucky now. You're already married. And you are not married to one of the bad boys. So you should even be more. You don't have a bad experience.
What makes you think that I don't have a bad experience?
I know from your disposition, your demeanor. You're happy most of the time. You always talk about your husband, your baby, and I think that's That's another
Anyway,
way of
you're right,
communicating
you're
what you're
right,
not
you're right.
telling me verbally.
Yes, you're
Yes.
right. Thank you very much. Thank you for that, for delving into my private life for some seconds.
No, but I'm sure I mean, the viewers know that also because there is somehow that we are able to show the world what is inside of us. Somehow,
Yes,
I
yeah.
believe that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, MJ. I really appreciate your comment, and it was really, really interesting.
Thank
All
you.
right, we have to wrap up on this segment, and when we come back, it will be time for our game. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and it's time for our game. Let's go to clap.
I'm not clapping because I told Jumoke to tell me the word and she said no. Well,
Okay,
mm-hmm.
SEIAESNTL. I told you. Okay, I'm sorry. I told you. Okay. It's a correct word, but I told you the last four letters. Don't add the L to the last four letters. Just
So
try
what's
to
the L doing
pronounce.
there?
It is there, but I want to give you an expo to the word. Just try to pronounce the last four letters, not with the L. The last four letters at the top. Try to pronounce it and see if you'll be able to get the word.
And still, and still,
You're almost there.
and and
That the last ESNT. Uh, do I help you? They should. Okay.
I
Okay.
am not one that you can. The minute you tell me to guess, my brain just shuts down. But
No,
yeah.
it's not guessing now. It's essential.
Why did I think of that? It's so easy.
Okay, let's create words from essential, from the word. Okay, let's create three words.
Sense,
Okay.
talents,
Okay.
3 words.
Yes, I think you have one more to create. Do I help you out? I can see lots of words.
Tails.
Yeah, tail. You said tail.
Tails.
TAIL. I can see scent. SENT.
Sense, yeah.
Yes. I can see C.
Talents.
Talent. Yes. Talent. Yes.
TALENT.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Talents.
I think we've tried. We've created like 5 words. Now clap for real now. Yes. All right, MJ. Thank you. No, Mojarela Mustafa. Sorry. Thank you for gracing the couch. Thank you for gracing this episode on Conversations with Jumie. I'm sure my viewers will love you. All right, till I come your way again next week. I remain Jumoke Adiotia. Thanks for watching.